Hi, this is Philip from the inFlow support team. Just wanted to show you today our new beautiful looking sales orders that has just launched inside inFlow Cloud as of the time of this recording. We're going to start off by creating a brand new sales order. You can do it a bunch of different ways. Here I'm on the home page. I can click this plus beside the sales order here, or I'll go up to the nice handy menu bar here and we'll go to a new sales order. We always start off by choosing a customer, so today we're going to choose Clark Kent Superman, favorite superhero, so might as well sell him something. And bam, like that, you're going to see our beautiful new interface. One of the first things you'll notice is we've moved everything, all the main information to the top of the screen. Before it was kind of separated out between the top and the bottom, which made things a little harder to find. So now everything is nice and easy to access at the top. You're going to see all your statuses, like your unfulfilled, your uninvoiced, up here at the top. You've got your order number, what location you're fulfilling from. So if I'm selling this from, say, my Toronto location, we can change that right on here. The order date is automatically set. If we want to assign this to somebody, it's there. You can add a PO number, you can set a sales rep, all the things you're used to. We've got our customer information here next. If you did need to change customers, you can still do that. You just click on the name, it's going to open up that modal, and you'll be able to choose the new customer that you want it to be. This still then includes all of their information, so we've got their email address, their contact name, billing and shipping address. We've got a nice new thing too, where before you had the addresses separately on here, now you can actually tell it if you want them to be the same, so you don't have to have that duplicated data on there. You can also, obviously, if you don't ship them, turn off shipping entirely, which is nice too, and that'll actually even hide the shipping address, which is a nice thing to have as well too. We're going to ship this one, and we're going to keep it the same billing address. You can still set a ship by date if you need that as well. And then we also have all your payment information up here at the top too, excuse me. So you've got things like your payment history, which right now, obviously, there's no payments because we haven't done anything. You've got your taxes, so you can set your different taxing schemes and everything right on here. Your currencies or your pricing schemes, as well then setting things like your invoice date, if you have payment terms or due dates. So lots and lots of stuff, all right there at the top, now that you can get to it really nice and easily. We're going to go through though, we'll add a couple products. He's going to buy some Batman boomerangs, why not? And we'll add Green Lantern's ring. And some nerds. He needs some extra power. Why not? So you'll see right away that I've added in my products. We've updated the product selection tool as well, which is nice. You can easily add or return products right from here, which used to be on a separate tab. So if I wanted to, say, return a product as well, I could do the exact same kind of process, and it's then going to add it as a return instead of adding it as a purchase. We've got little buttons here at the side that if you need to change it, so I can change the date that it was returned, or I can remove it from the order, so if I don't want to return something right now, we can do that. Oh, I also don't have prices for these. We'll set these just so we got something in here. And $2 for the nerds, why not? You'll notice we have the nice totals and everything here at the side. One of the cool things too, if your list gets really long, we actually have this nice little sticky balance here that shows at the bottom of your screen where you can see all the time. So even if I was to scroll up or it was pushed way off the screen, I'm still going to be able to see the balance at all times. You can also hover over it and then click on View Totals, which will bring you down there. Here you're still going to have the usual freight. You'll see your total, any amounts paid. And then at the bottom, this is another new feature that we have here, cost details. If you click on it, it's actually going to pop up, show you your subtotal, and this is where you can set any non-customer costs, because again, this is something that the customer is not paying for or anything like that, but if you needed to add on some extra fee or anything like that, let's say an extra $150, then it's going to update based off your cost of goods sold and tell you your profits and everything like that too. So again, nice little feature there at the bottom. So we've got everything on here that he wants. We're going to save our order. And again, you'll see there are a lot of nice features that kind of have been updated on here. So right on the order tab here, we can see now that there are 3 products. Before you didn't actually get like an overview of how many were on there or anything like that. I can click over to the pick tab, and here it's going to automatically have all my products on there already, ready for me to pick. So he's only buying one of these. We can click yes, he's got it, I can set a different pick date if it was picked on a different one. For say something like the nerds, maybe maybe it needs to get picked across different locations or anything like that. You can actually edit the location that it's picked at from here. So let's just say we're picking it from the Montreal store, and that's getting picked right on there. You can also edit how many were picked. So let's say only 2 of them were being picked. It's going to automatically split it out then. So I've now got 2 that were from the Montreal store that I did there, and I can check off. And if I needed to, I could edit this location as well. Maybe I'm going to do 2 or the remaining 3 from the Toronto store, and we can check off my Batarang as well. So again, everything all in one nice spot. These nice little menus are there that if you do need to access any of those extra features, you can. You can also, if you click view details, it'll open up the product description itself, so I can see the information on it as needed. We do also still have the very helpful buttons, so I can unpick everything all at once, or I can pick it all at once if you have everything set up that you don't need to manually change anything. We also have that fulfill button or mark paid button too, so that you can automatically do those without having to do it manually. So I'm going to save it. This I know is coming up negative inventory because I don't have things right now in this location. I usually have them in my default, so I'm just going to say okay for now. Now you'll see that it tells me actually that my total pick quantity, 10 out of 10, great, or 100%, I can see right on the tab, so even if I'm on a different page, I can see that it's all been picked. And now we're going to want to ship them out. So again, this is a nice new update to the shipping. We can actually click on here. I can either just click ship order, which is going to pack everything into one box, or I can ship with multiple boxes. So just to show it off, we'll ship it with 2 different boxes here. So I'm going to go ship with with multiple boxes. Box 1 is here. I can hit add box for another box. And so when I click on these, this is actually going to tell me what items I'm putting in there. So let's say I'm going to do the Batarangs are in box 1, and in box 2, you can see that this has now been grayed out and it's already put in box 1. I'm going to put the Green Lantern ring and the nerds in box 2. It tells me how many items are in there, and you can see flipping between them shows you what's in there. Now you can click on ship this box, and if you need to add any extra information like UPS and then like a tracking number or something like that, you can do that, and it'll give you a nice little check mark saying that it's been shipped. And I can ship this one too. Maybe this one's going Puro later, and it's got a different code. And so with that, we've got them both shipped. So I can save that. And again, you can see the nice little status update there showing 100%. If I go back to the order, we'll notice that we still have a balance. We haven't paid anything. So again, I can click on Mark Paid, or I can click on Mark Invoice. Mark Invoice will set the invoice date for me. Or if I needed to manually set that, I can do that. If I hit Mark Paid, it's just going to automatically pay it for me. And we can again see that payment history up here at the top. So I can see that on June 18th, the full amount was paid. In here, I can then set the payment method. So if it wants to be like credit card or something and any reference numbers. Again, you can edit this and you can manually do it if you wanted. So say I wanted to only do $1,005 on here. We still have a balance of that. I can then either click pay balance, which will give me another line for that amount, the remaining amount, or I could hit add payment and you can separate it out how you need. So maybe you did most of it on Visa and then part of it on MasterCard. Updated, and we've got saved. So I can save that order. Besides that, we still do have all the other features that were available before. Things like if you wanted to add attachments to the order, you can get that from the top. You can also copy this if you needed to duplicate it as another sales order, or you can create, basically as a purchase order, it'll create a PO with all these products on there so that you can get them ordered in. You can then obviously print any of your different documents using the different document designer options that you've set up, email it. And then under more, if you needed to, you could convert this to a quote, or you could unconfirm this order. Unconfirm would only be if that's something that you're using on your account, so that you would be set up to have like people that can confirm the orders and not. Besides that, everything else is pretty much similar as it was before. You, again, do still have the automatic options like unpay, unfulfill. That'll undo those things automatically in bulk. If you want to add remarks, we do have this little spot here where you can hit add remarks, and it's going to be picked up fast. So put on an order remark or anything like that, and you can still save that. And you do have different remarks for the different fields like before. So picking remarks or shipping remarks would then go underneath as well. So that's a really high level overview of the brand new look and feel of the sales orders. I hope that helps you out, and we will see you in the next video.